Hello everybody, hope you're doing okay. And I would say welcome to my row, but it's a bit cold, so I thought I'd do my introduction here before I set outside. So it's another Friday, it's nice and sunny, but it's very cold, 1 degree out. I think it's going to drop down to 0 shortly. So I've got another tempo run on the docket. This time it's slightly different. I'm going to do 25 minutes at about 7:05 pace, building into 15 minutes, just a bit quicker at 6:55. 10 minutes at 6:45 and 5 minutes at 6:35. Well, assuming I can do it, of course. So I think I'm going to head towards sort of Hampton Court, but I might do a few different loops around there. And this week, I'm not going to mess about with any shoe testing. I'm just going to put on my tried and tested Next shoes, because I used them on a session when it was a bit icy on the ground on Tuesday outside, and they work quite well in terms of grip. So I think it should be slightly less icy now. There hasn't been any snow for a couple of days, so give these ones a go. I've got the Stride foot put on as well. I've got my long socks on. And when I get outside, I put some gloves on as well, and this long sleeve top, of course. So yeah, obviously we're going to be going fairly fast, so I don't need to be too wrapped up to the elements. Let's get on with this. I think I'll do a little warm up, and then I'll do a few minutes run, then head into the 7:05 pace. So, all right, let's see how we go. So just out my warm-up mile, just over a mile, because it's so cold. I don't want to go straight into 7-minute mile pace. It's quite windy today as well, actually. It's bitterly cold easterly wind. It's about 15 miles an hour, so I think one way is going to be quite easy. Some of you might be thinking, oh Tim, where's the Stride? What is it he does his training to power? It's partly because I'm so used to pace. But I know that my 6:45 pace was my marathon pace, and so about 6-minute miles is about my 10k speed. And also it's quite flat around here, so that 6:45 equates to about 290, and the 10k about 320 off 71 kilograms. So today I'll probably be around about 270, 275 early on, and see how we go. Right, I'm going to start up the first section of this run now. 25 minutes around about 7:05 pace. Let's see how we go. See you later. So about halfway into the 7:05 block. This is feeling okay actually. Been quite good. Bit more railway action running parallel to the main line between Waterloo and Woking. Quite near each station here. Right, next set's doing okay. So be careful I don't clip my heels sometimes. I've done that before. Almost very good to take a perler. Anyway, let's go back to it. Okay, we're on the 15-minute section now at 6:55 target. This is noticeably harder when you've got the wind to contend with. So, on the back of Southampton Park at the moment, with the wind behind, and it's so much easier. That said, I did split the first mile there in 6:56, so bang on. Right, we've got another 6 minutes to go. So main session done. Probably didn't get a chance to film the last 2 bits, but I had to work a bit too hard for me to talk to the camera there. Yeah, it's pretty good in the end. It's sort of have to choose your moments to go fast. So the last 5 minutes was partly into a headwind, so it might have slowed down the speed, but I think so the effort was there. Right, so I got about a mile warm down home. I'll try a bit more there. Okay, run done, 11.66 miles, just averaged 7:14, including the warm up and warm down. So yeah, that was good. How did I find that? Yeah, well, it sort of started off quite easy with the 7:05 pace. I think I was actually fooling myself, because I think a lot of the early stages were in behind. And suddenly when I turned back into it, I suddenly realised that this is going to be a bit harder than I thought. So each progressive step upwards, not necessarily sure I actually got the paces, but I think I certainly got the effort up. And yeah, it was a good finish, because there was a segment back to Hinchley Wood that I was sort of looking at I did last week. So I pushed on a bit there on that 6:35 final stage, because half of that was into the wind, and then it sort of came back with the wind behind. So it was a nice little finish, and about a mile and a half jog home. So I'm just coming into my road. There's a track that connects Claygate to Hinchley Wood. So this road is called Old Claygate Lane, and I think the old bit is kind of up there. That used to be sort of the Claygate Lane between the two. Anyway, a bit of a historical interlude. So yeah, that's another good week. I've got a easy day tomorrow, and I think tomorrow will be easy. That was going to be feeling it's tomorrow, I think. And then Sunday I've got none of these sort of long runs with a twist. So I've got an hour sort of steady as I please, and then half an hour just picking up slightly, not anywhere near as fast as today, maybe down to about 7:30 pace at maximum, just to get a bit of feeling the legs. But if anything, that Sunday run is going to be hard to actually go further than I did today, because all that fast-paced running in the middle, you seem to take off the miles. Definitely feel that the evenings are starting to come out again a bit, although it's especially cold. It'll probably be the last cold run I do though this year, because I think it's cold tomorrow and maybe Sunday, but I think next week it's getting a bit milder, more like sort of mid-February weather. So yeah, with everything, the lockdown and everything, hopefully something to look forward to, at least with lighter evenings and maybe warmer weather. Can't really get any colder than this for us. Still a bit of snow on the ground here and there, but I didn't really lose my footing anywhere today. All the roads were pretty clear. Just need to be a bit cautious on the corners. Next percent, how did they do? I think I need to tighten the shoelaces a bit actually, because I can feel my sort of toes ramming forward a bit. I think that's one of the problems with when you've got such a light upper, that if they come a bit loose, they tend to slip forwad, and a bit of hill slippage. Yeah, the next percent, maybe not A1 today, but I always enjoy running them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether the Adios Pro, the next percent, so I was actually faster this week or last week, looking at the average heart rate and stuff like that, and the stride data. Interesting to see if I got any stride wind today, because there were some bits I feel like I was almost bending into it a bit. So they are the bits that they really, the wind feature of the stride should help, but I haven't been getting much air power in the next percent, so we shall see. So yeah, which are the Adios Pro, the next percent, did I prefer? Well, I think I prefer the next percent, although today's fit wasn't perhaps the greatest, so I need to go and tie my shoelaces up, I think. But yeah, got the job done. I think the key thing is that how my legs are going to feel tomorrow, because after 11.5 hard miles, then normally in, say, years gone by, say Adios or something like that, your legs will be sore for a few days afterwards. Hopefully next percent is somewhat better. So I hope you found this interesting, and I look forward to seeing the next one then. Bye!